Hello, my little nuggets. The name is Guardian Zay. The Force Africa. No challenge is too big for me. Except for getting my schedule correct, because apparently somebody forgot that the PvP was happening today, so we're gonna do the library run of PvP tomorrow. hello. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom today instead. Which I am totally down for, honestly. Do I have... Actually, I think I'm doing Legacy... I think I'm doing Legacy of Lunatic Kingdom like twice this week, aren't I? No, actually, no, I'm not. That was actually the initial plan. I was supposed to do LoLK twice. I was supposed to do it on Saturday as well, but I figured, you know what, I'll go ahead and check out another... Hold. Wait. I may have made a mistake then. I forgot. We completely got rid of I completely got rid of Tales of Beautiful Memories in this week now. Crap, because Sunday was supposed to be Toho Tales of Beautiful Memories, but then I remembered that 100th Black Market is coming out on Sunday, so I changed Sunday, and then I just completely forgot about Tales of Beautiful Memory. Whoops! That's not good. Damn it. Okay, well, Dragon clocked in. How you doing, Dragon? How you doing? Let's see, where's that dragon nugget? There's the dragon nugget. There's that little winking little shit. Got him. I think if I ever do another Lobotomy Corporation run again, like a new one, I'll probably try to get some like better... I'll probably get like, I'll refresh the nuggets. You know, because at some point nuggets do get a little stale and you gotta go get some new ones. Also, I did probably the worst idea ever. My brother got me some Dr. Beppis, and I decided, what happens if I throw some G Fuel into it? So I threw Party Punch G Fuel into Dr. Pepper. I don't know how it tastes, and I'm kind of worried of tasting it, honestly. I'm a little worried. When I was mixing it, when I was putting it together, I actually started seeing like blue on the sides of it, because like the Party Punch is supposed to be like the Sonic flavored, since I got like the Sonic G Fuel, and yeah, for some reason like it changes the color blue. Can't be worse than Pepsabi. Oh yeah, no, there's no way. There is no way it's gonna be worse than Pepsabi, that's for sure, 100%. But it still feels like, I think that's the issue, is that I've consumed so much janky stuff that anything that's unknown to me, my body's like completely cautious about it. Cause just the thought about it just makes me think like, it's just like, I'm giving the heebie-jeebies. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this music down because LoLK is about to begin right now. There it is. I have apparently the 100th Black Market, which is the latest Toho game coming on Sunday. Apparently that is actually going to be playing similar to another Toho game that came out before. And I'm not too sure how that, I haven't played that type though. Apparently it's like called like a bullet catching type of game or something like that. I don't know. But I'm kind of excited to play it, honestly. Even though I won't understand what the hell's going on though, because it's not translated yet. Whatever. I'm gonna take a drink of this real fast. Pepsi mixed with G Fuel. Or Dr. Pepper mixed with G Fuel. That is very, it's weird, but it's not that bad. This is honestly not that bad. What the hell? Really? I was expecting like a bit of a no, but it's like all yes. It actually tastes pretty good. It actually tastes all right. I'm amazed. What the heck? Weird. Alright, well, trying to remember where we were last time. As the title suggests, I think last time we were at Ringo, trying to beat Ringo. I'm not 100% sure though. I think Ringo is the stage 3? I think Ringo's stage 3. But let's see. I'm pretty sure we're at Ringo. No, we're at Dormy! Okay, so we actually did patch the Ringo then. So now we're at Dormy, okay. And I'm gonna have to get to the swing of things. We're already at the lowest lives possible, or the lowest resets possible, so we're at 3.50 permanently for now. I can't even remember what we're doing right now. Okay, wait, no, I remember this bullet pattern was a bit of a pain last time I was playing, but don't worry, just give me a little bit of time to warm up. But we'll get there. I feel like the worst we're gonna do is we're at least gonna get to Clown Piece. We will at least get to Clown Piece. I believe this is stage 4. I'm pretty sure this is stage 4. It was, first was Seidon. First one was Seidon, the blue rabbit. Second one was... crap. Damn, I can't even remember the bosses anymore. See, this is the problem with Point Device, damn it. I can't even recall who I was fighting before this. I know there was Ringo, and I know there was Seidon. But I cannot for the life of me remember who the hell was the second boss. Maybe Seidon was actually the second boss. Maybe. Is Dormy supposed to have short hair? I swear, it looks like... I could have sworn that Dormy is supposed to have like long hair or something, but it looks like she has short hair in this. Bruh. And I also feel like that this should be an easy bullet pattern, but I swear it isn't. For some reason, there's always something that gets me. I'm gonna get addicted to combining G Fuel with other like drinks. Just watch. Like I'm gonna combine this with like peach tea next. I'm about to get 3 bombs. If I can get another piece, I can get a 3rd bomb, but my god. You know, there's a lot of things that are making me want to break my plan of playing G Fuel and Diet Coke. G Fuel and Diet Coke. You know, Diet Coke already has that kind of like weird flat taste to it, similar to like G Fuel actually, so I think they could actually mesh pretty well, honestly. But there's a lot of things that make me want to like break my idea of doing nothing but Project Moon and Toho stuff. Like for example, Melty Blood. Melty Blood, the fighting game with like the haha funny cat that goes good in you and stuff. Good in you. Yeah, she is apparently releasing in Melty Blood, and then they're also fixing a lot of issues with Melty Blood, and it's probably gonna get good again. And it's tempting me really badly to get back into it. Like I have a hitbox for God's sakes. It's just been sitting there, or snack box. Haven't touched it in a while. And I really love Melty Blood, and the thought of using or maining that damn cat sounds hilarious. Now, mind you, there is actually another variant of that cat called Neko Arc Chaos that I would love it. I would love it if he was in the game instead of Neko Arc. I actually want to draw myself as Neko Arc Chaos. Anonymous, thank you for making Krogaro into a Giga Nugget. Thank you so much. You know, anytime I see those, I always wonder if it's their name is actually Anonymous Gifter. It looks like it's spelled out to be actually like an anonymous gifter, like as a username. Could you actually do that? Oh my god, what? These bullets are so confusing. If I get to her spell card, do I... No. If I get to her spell card, do I lose... Can I lose more points or no? Oh, I think I'm learning it. Maybe I'm not. Oh, oh. Dear God. Just trying to imagine what Junko's gonna be like. Oh lordy. Do you think I could have been done with this actually if I didn't do point device mode and I just did the legacy version? Imagine how many bombs I would have if I were to do legacy version instead of point device mode. No. I need to survive one. Oh my god. I'm trying to think, do I need to survive 3 of these or no? 3 sets in a row, or do I need to only survive 2? It almost looks like if I just survive 2 waves of these, then I can actually kill her. It depends on how much she moves though. Oh my god. Probably with trial and error. I mean, if I did legacy version though, I would just have bombs for days, and I would have continues too. I would have bombs and continues for days. That's the beauty of legacy mode. Made that you... Oh, what the heck was that game again? What was her name again? It's not you. I think it is Yuka. I think it is Yuka. Anonymous Gifter. Thank you for making Gash into a Giga Nugget. Yeah, on Saturday though, that game with Yuka. I'm pretty sure her name is Yuka. Apparently, it's supposed to be really hard, and I'm not sure if I can handle this week. If it's gonna be like that, it's gonna be nothing but hard games. With LoLK and then that game. I forget what it's called though. All I just know is that it's supposed to be a very painful platformer, from my understanding. I think there's a little more to it though than just a really painful platformer. So it almost feels like that I'm not learning this pattern, but trust me, I'm learning it. You know, there's a reason why people have like first to 10s and first to 15s in fighting games. Now, mind you, this would be kind of similar to like first to 100, this fight, considering I have died over 50 times with her against Dormy, and I'm pretty sure it's been way more than 100 times against Dormy. I could have had it right there, my god. At some point the bullets just come in too quickly. Oh my god! Dorime Ameno. Mate, so I actually found out that there was a book. It actually seemed kind of stupid, but also interesting to look at. It was called like a book, it was a book for nothing but gnomes, and it kind of seemed interesting to see. I didn't think that there'd be a book actually. I didn't think I'd actually see a book like that, but I actually wanted it. It was like, I had to go out to go grab some stuff, and in the main street, I went into one of the stores over here. It was an antique store, and they actually had a book for gnomes, and I was like, man, what the hell is like, what do gnomes even have about them that you need a whole book for? I wonder if I could actually find that book online. I'm not even getting to the second row now, bruh. I'm actually wondering how many people actually have that Noam Chomsky achievement in Left 4 Dead. I kind of want to do it, but if I were to do it, I would rather like change the skin of Noam Chomsky to a Fumo. Hey, Michael. Or maybe do the Half-Life 2 one. I heard that the Half-Life 2 achievement to bring Noam Chomsky all the way to the rocket, though, was like, it sometimes bugs out, which would be that would seriously suck. If... Imagine... Oh my god. Electric Moon! Thank you for making Mystic Sora into a Giga Nugget. Thank you. Yeah, you guys know about the one achievement though, right? The achievement to get Noam Chomsky in Half-Life 2 all the way to the rocket at the end and launching Noam Chomsky into space. Like, apparently that's actually bugged to where sometimes it just doesn't happen. Like, imagine you did all of that just for Noam Chomsky, just not get that achievement. That seems like hell. But yeah, I kind of would want to do that, but change it to a Fumo instead. God. Bruh. How are you doing, Zay? I am trying to survive through LoLK. How you doing, Slayer? This is like Jesus Christ. I don't know how many hours I was stuck on her at Dormy, like the last stream I did LoLK, but it feels like I was probably stuck on her for like an hour or something, so... Oh boy. Is it gonna take this whole stream to beat Dormy? I feel like it would take at least like at most, it should only take like half. An hour or two maybe, it should take half of the stream. At most, to be Dormy. I feel like maybe I'm just having a struggle with this bullet pattern and that's it. We get past this bullet pattern, it's all smooth sailing from there. That's what I'm guessing. How's the thing that you mentioned about Half-Life 2? I cannot pronounce her spell. Gnome Chomsky. It's like, it's a garden gnome in Half-Life 2 that you can find. And you have to bring this gnome all the way from like that point from where you find him. You have to bring him all the way to the end and shove him in the rocket at the end of Half-Life 2. And that's for like one of the achievements in it. Swear to God. Finally just found out how fast anesthesia works. But you put to sleep? I remember when freaking last time I was put under anesthesia was that's anesthesia, right? That's what that is. Yeah, the one that like it's the gas that puts you to sleep, right? They use that for like surgery. They put you to sleep and then they go to surgery and like on you. Yes, for wisdom teeth. Yeah. When I broke my left arm, that was like I think the only time that I actually was put under anesthesia. Why does it not sound right? Anesthesia doesn't sound right for some reason. Like that word, anesthesia. Doesn't sound like it's right to me. Yeah, that was back when I was like a wee little lad. Like even weeer. God, it was such a stupid reason too. Trying to think back onto when I broke my left arm. It was such a dumb reason. Dormy. Is this pattern is random, right? I'm not crazy, right? It is random. Like there's no rhyme or reason to these bullet patterns, right? I think I'm seeing some sort of pattern, maybe. I'm noticing something to this. Maybe. Maybe. I feel like there's gotta be something, though. There's gotta be something I can go off of in order to make this easier. Otherwise, like, how else are you supposed to, like, be, like, super pro at this? The awesome Sugoi. Hardest Toho game. Hardest Toho game. Hardest Toho game. Gotta remember that. Gotta remember that. Hardest Toho game. Once we beat this one, it should all be easy from there. We beat LoLK, it's all easy from there. Except for maybe UFO, apparently. I think UFO is supposed to be the other one, but after this one. Fucking... me. I need to find more, I need to figure out more stuff to do though that involves you guys, which I have ideas. I just need to do them. Having infinite retries is kind of cheating though. I mean, have you seen how many times I died though? You could say the same for many games nowadays, like Dark Souls and stuff. This is basically playing Dark Souls right here. Yes, like the Dark Souls series does have some pretty hard bosses and such. But every time you die, you basically start at a bonfire right next to them, so... And then you can just keep fighting them over and over again. Until you beat them. The same logic here. Unless, of course, I was playing a Legacy version. But then Legacy version has an upside to itself, where you have continues and such. And you have more bombs to work with. Because if you die, you get more bombs, you know, that Jasmine Fraz. It's great. Which is why I'm still contemplating maybe I could try doing Legacy version. Actually, I think I said last LoLK stream, I believe I said I would try doing a Legacy run. I'm pretty sure I said that. Maybe I should do that right now. Oh my god. This mix of slow and then fast moving bullets. Pain. Oh. Just watch. Watch me move. Watch me nail it. Just wait. There will be a shining moment. There will be a shining moment. We are just going to nail it. Like, right into the very first bullet that came at me. Delicious fruit punch. Pepsi. No, delicious fruit punch G Fuel flavored Dr. Pepper. It's great. Basically playing Dark Souls in hyper mode, forced with all 4 clutch rings, and to even have a 5th ring slot, Calamity Ring, to maximize the damage you receive. I mean, you could do other things, like you could just do a soul level 1 run, which I've contemplated about doing, honestly. I've done a no bonfire run and also a no death run in Dark Souls 2, which was pretty satisfying. But other than that, I didn't really do that though for Dark Souls 1 or 3. There was no incentive. In Dark Souls 2, there was an incentive to do it. If you did it, you got an invisible ring for both left and right hands. I think the only problem with that though is that I believe I did, no, never mind. I was thinking if I did that for PS3 or if I did that on my PC. Because trying to remember if I think I did do it on PC. I believe I did do it on PC. Because I bought Dark Souls 2 on the PS3 and then I bought it on a PC since it came out on PS3 first. Which was a little unfortunate because in the PS3 version is when I got my Blue Sentinel stuff done. God, I forgot that covenants were actually a thing. There's no covenants in Elden Ring, why? Having like a covenant was great. I kind of want to do another run of Elden Ring, but like with the co-op mod. That co-op mod seems really sick for it. I just had a genius idea. Imagine Toho and Pokemon Snap. Instead of Pokemon Snap, you just have the Toho characters. You're just taking pictures of them. Wait, you can play. Wait, that's Aya. That's like, that's I just thought that's 100% an Aya thing. That is totally something Aya would do. That'd be a genius. Who do you think would be the hardest person to take a picture of in the Toho universe? I feel like it'd be a toss-up between like Sakuya and like Yukari. Also, avoiding taking pictures of the wrong spot or else you'll piss them off. Bro, imagine if like... No, it'd be like Dead Rising. It'd be like the first Dead Rising where you actually can like get different variations of like... No! That was it! You can get like different variations of like photographs. Like you can get scored based on different points. Because in Dead Rising 1 you can actually get... you can get points for erotic pictures. God, Dead Rising 1 was amazing. And Frank West would always be like, "All right," or "Nice." Oh, that'd be an amazing competition. I should have a that's what I should do for a competition. Just have people play Dead Rising 1 and see who can get the highest score in different categories. Dead Rising 2 had that. Like, I know Dead Rising 2, like vanilla Dead Rising 2 didn't have it, but I don't think Dead Rising 2, like, I think it was called like Off the Case or something. I don't think that had that either, sadly. They just had pictures, and you could take pictures and you get points off of them, but they didn't have genres of photography in it. I forget what all the photography genres were there. I think there was like gore, action, erotic. I think there was 4 or 5 different types. That'd be a very fun one though. I know in Dead Rising 1 you need to take pictures because you need to level up. Yeah, it wasn't exactly the best way to level up, but there was really good moments to take a picture and you would get a bunch of points for it. Like if there was 2 survivors that knew each other and they had like an interaction with each other, like a couple, if there was like a husband and wife and they hugged each other, if you took a picture of that, you'd get a lot of points for it. Other than that, taking pictures is kind of like eh. I think the best way to actually get points, I believe, was if you get a car and you drive it in the underground tunnels, because there's a whole bunch of zombies in the underground tunnels and you can rack up a lot of kills with that and you can get a bunch of points, I think, that way. It was either that or just like rescuing survivors. I think rescuing survivors was like the best way to get level up though. I actually remember that was one of the games that I was 1 achievement away from 100%ing it. And I blew it. Because I remember one of the last achievements I needed to 100% that game was you had to do survival mode, which it was literally just you had a time limit. Or it's just like your health would slowly deplete, so you would need to go find healing items and stuff. So all you had to do really was just like grab the strongest healing items and just go hide in the emergency room and just like chill in there the entire time. And then when you're running low on items, you just go back out and just grab some more. And I was doing that, and I don't remember how long you're supposed to survive, but it was for a really long time. And I died like right at the end. And I kind of just gave up right there because it was like a few hours. I remember it was several hours to get that achievement. And I was like, I don't think I want to try doing that again. It was pretty boring. You had to survive several, I think it was like several in-game days. Was it a whole week? I think it was like a whole week of in-game time. And I think 1 minute is 5 seconds in Dead Rising 1. What is that math? 1 minute is 5 seconds. 60 times 5, 300 seconds. 300 seconds is 1 hour. Wait, how much is 300 seconds? Is that 5 minutes? It's 5 minutes. So 5 minutes is one hour. 24 times 5. 120 hours? Or 120 minutes? 120 minutes for 1 day. That's 2 hours. 1 whole day is 2 hours. So if you had to survive a whole week, that's 14 hours. Hold on, I gotta double check this now. I need to actually check this real fast. Do you really have to survive for 14 hours in that game mode for the achievement in Dead Rising 1? There's no way. Dead Rising 1 achievements. Dead Rising achievements. There's no way. 8,000 zombies. Survivors. Escort. Get at least 10 survivors out of the mall. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. Survive for at least 7 days. It is the least gotten achievement, apparently, in Dead Rising 1. To no surprise. If 1 day is 7 hours long. If one day is 2 hours long, then yeah, you would have to play for 14 hours. No, 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 Toe, come on. Oh my god, I have to restart Toho, I think. Yeah, it's not like I won't lose much. I won't lose any progress anyways. Yeah, Yeah, I have to restart Toho. Thanks. Thanks, Toho. Very cool. Yeah. I wonder if I should try doing that again, actually. Should I try to 100% Dead Rising? I don't even have Dead Rising on Steam. Never mind. And the Twos of Who's does not want to close. Okay. We want to be like that, Twos of Who's? That's fine. This music's gonna be stuck in my head. Honestly, there already is a song that's stuck in my head from this. It's Clown Pieces. Clown Pieces' song in this game is so good. I love it. The strongest fairy. Boing. Alright, hey Dormy, I'm back. You're already an hour in of watching this one single bullet pattern. I hate the part where this doesn't even train you to actually like beat these bullet patterns easily now. Because once I beat it, it's just you move on. And then if I were to ever do like Lunatic Point Device again, I probably would be stuck. I would probably be stuck again. What? I thought I was past that. No. Oh, this is looking like a good one. Just kidding. Sorry, it feels like I should be able to dodge these bullets, actually. It's like, surely this isn't harder than like something like Flandre, right? Oh, that was actually really, that was a good shot right there. This attack is funny because it's technically bugged. What is bugged about it? What is it? What is it bugged for? What does that mean? How does it become the bugged? Doremi, ameno, ameno. Every other wave has way higher values for its angles than it should, so it's becomes a complete mess. So, are you saying that like bullet patterns are supposed to have like different degrees, essentially like 30 degrees or like 20 degrees angles, and this one is shooting like very like wrong degrees of angles, which is why it looks so janky or something? Is that why? I'm not sure if I got my point across. But that sucks. If that's the case, it's hard for no reason. We coded it wrong. As a joke. You know, look, I can't exactly blame Zune. Single indie developer, please understand. Literally small game dev studio, please understand. Oh. We weren't doing much damage to her anyways. It would not have gone well, I think. Stay with me, Dorty. No, why'd you go left? Do you see how like consistent I can do the first pattern so consistently now? It's actually, I'm doing the first pattern very consistent. The first wave. I'm doing the first wave actually pretty well now. It's just for some reason the second wave just, it's like so different. Look at it. This pattern makes even the best of players go mad. Okay, so even the like bestest of players have a struggle with this pattern. Got it. I'm glad that I'm not I'm not the only one with the struggles. It almost makes me feel like it's like justifiable to use a bomb here. But I'm already down to like 2 5/4 of a bomb right now, so I don't really want to use a bomb. Bomb does not seem worth it. This maybe. God, you're so lucky I don't have Master Spark. Why did I do this without Master Spark? Why did I do this not as Marissa? Right, because I wanted the broken bombs that Rayson has. The broken bombs that I can almost never use. Ah! It's worth it. It's worth it. If I can get to Junko with like 3 bombs, maybe it'll be like super easy or something. How many patterns does Junko have? $11? It's a lot of patterns. It's a lot of patterns. Let's see. Well, I'm not sure how far 3 bombs will get me with 11 patterns. And I think the worst part is that you can't even retry it at the start of a stage. You have to retry all the way at stage 1. So imagine, if you will, I use all of my bombs on stage like 9, 8, and 7. And it turns out I still need more bombs for the later stages. It's gonna make me want to hold on to those bombs until the later stages. 4 non-spells and 7 spells. Oh, okay, that's what you meant. Oh, then never mind. It's typically, I want to say it's typically the spell cards you have to worry about, but here I am, currently 50 minutes in, struggling with a regular pattern and not even the spell card. It's gonna be great when I get to the spell card and then immediately die and then have to deal with this again. I've seen quite a few people get completely soft locked because they run out of bombs. There's no such thing as soft lock in Toho. You can't get soft lock in this, what do you mean? It's all about getting good. And boy, I'm not doing a good job at that. If getting good is me beating the second wave of this bullet spell, then I'm sure as hell not getting good, unfortunately. It's a real shame. I think we'll do it though. At some point. Could be 2 hours in, could be 3 hours in, not 4 hours in because that's the end of the stream. But we'll get there. We'll beat LoLK eventually. Eventually TM. I'm wondering though, if I beat Black Market, if I beat 100 Black Market on Sunday, on normal mode, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a normal mode in it. I'm thinking that I should probably hold off on playing it on Lunatic until it gets translated. I don't know how long it'll take to get translated, but considering it's Twos of Who's, I feel like it's going to get translated pretty quickly. I'm assuming. There's a really funny example of someone spending literally over hundreds to get past the spell, 160,000. Really? How do you even count that high? How? There's not even like a spell capture thing on this pattern. Is it like one of the games where it's a spell capture? It has actually like a spell capture number? Because then it would make sense. Honestly, that sounds like me with one of the bullet patterns for, yeah, one of Rayson's. One of Rayson's bullet patterns in Imperishable Night is just so ridiculous, I can't do it. Your spell card history, and at the end of a chapter it'll tell you how many retries it took. Oh boy, I can't wait to see how many retries it takes for this one. Wait, this isn't even a spell card. It's not gonna have one, is it? This is not gonna have one. Oh. No, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. I gotta survive one more. No! It's okay, we're good. We're fine. No tears, no dreams. Absolute zen. Absolute zen. We have a... Absolute zen. Just look at the Doremi. Relax, look at the bullets. And just start grazing. It's just that simple. All you have to do is just start grazing. Just look at where the bunny is. Follow the bunny. And dodge. Just like that. There's no tears. It's all dreams. Because we're dealing with Doremi. She's all about the dreams. How did I even get here? I get lost in the plot so much. I'm pretty sure I'm in a dream world, right? Only she remembers trippy illusion magic. Isn't that what Doremi is about? Isn't this like illusion magic or something? I believe this is all in my head. This is all in this little bunny's head. That would have been it. I think if I survived that second pattern, that would have been it. I was wailing on Doremi quite a lot there. There's a lot of damage. I feel like... Oh my god, I completely forgot. I have extra mode after this. I completely forgot about extra mode. This is a route used by the rabbits, yes. What the hell is this route though? That's the one thing I don't remember. Isn't this supposed to be like the dream world or something? Because that's what Doremi's all about. I kind of want to take a guess at who I'm going to deal with in extra mode. Am I gonna have to deal with Chengi? Is that how you pronounce her name? The baby killer? Is that also her nickname? Is that how you say her nickname? Baby killer? That's the only person I could think of that would be the extra boss for this game. The one person that's always pissed off. Or the one person that Junko's always pissed off at. You're technically in column passageway number 4 according to Racing. This is a highway? Am I in a highway now? Is that what we're doing? I feel like I could probably get more appropriate music playing if I were to do ASMR. It's basically a highway to the lunar capital. It's so weird. So weird. But you know what? After this, we're gonna fight a fairy wearing the American flag. So you know what? I think it's just fine. The one in the game jam, the music in the game jam. Which one? Which one though? Which song are you talking about? There was quite a few good songs in the game jam, so I'm not too sure which one you're saying. The Cerna one was pretty great. Like the beat 'em up frog one, yeah, that one was pretty good. That swole buff Cerno. Look at her at that bottom left. She's beautiful. That's what peak fairy performance looks like right there. I started, well, you know, I told myself I was actually going to wait until it was fully done, but I decided screw it. I started watching the Made in Abyss. I started watching the next season, the newest season of Made in Abyss. Bruh. Bruh. It's beautiful watching it animated. Like, I've already read the manga for it, so I already know what's going to happen and such, but it's always nice to see things animated, you know? Same thing with Spy X Family. When I saw that it was like getting into anime, I was like, oh sweet, it's gonna be nice to watch this animated. Same thing with Dungeon Meshi. Dungeon Meshi just got announced that it is gonna have an anime. And I gotta tell you, you guys need to check out Dungeon Meshi if you have not. It is one of the very few media that has halflings, baby. Dungeon Meshi has a halfling, guys. He's great. You know, the Highway 1 Terminator and the dock. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, when I was actually looking at the background in LoLK, like what I'm looking at right now, it started to make a little sense why that game was looking like that. And honestly, I'm kind of upset that that game froze. Honestly, I really wish that game didn't freeze. I really wanted to see the end of that game. The Raymoonator and the Dr. Marissa. 10 out of 10. Absolutely glorious. Beautiful. Hey, do you guys think you guys would actually be able to beat? Do you guys think you'd be able to beat, like, a stage? Or do you guys think you'd actually be able to beat a Toho game? If I... Not a chance? No? You guys don't think you'd be able to like do Twitch plays Perfect Cherry Blossom on easy mode? I think you guys might be able to do it, honestly. I've been contemplating about it. I've been contemplating about having you guys try to beat Perfect Cherry Blossom on easy mode. I believe. Like, I think that is the one game where somebody was able to beat Toe, but Twitch chat controls the character. Yep, pretty much. Very simple. I mean, it's a simple game, you know? There's only 4 directions to go. And there's only 2 buttons. Well, there's 3 buttons. There's the focus button, shoot button, and bomb button. That's it. It's that simple. I've been looking into that kind of stuff, like the whole like Twitch chat, how to get that working. I think it would be pretty fun, so maybe. If I can get it to work, I would totally be down to see if you guys can manage to beat Perfect Cherry Blossom. I mean, I don't think it'd be too hard either, honestly, because of how many people there are. There's not too many of us, you know, the less people there are, the easier it is to take control. But the one problem is that this is not like one of those turn-based games, because, you know, the most popular one of that was the one that started it all, which was Pokemon Red. Oh. Do it. Do it. Oh, we did it. 391. It took us 391 tries. No, I'm losing power now. Oh no. This one. How do I do this one? Like hide in the corner? Oh, they spawn below me too. Oh, okay. Oh, they spawn depending on where I am from her, I think. Yeah, they do. I'm actually gonna focus real fast because I don't want to lose too many points from this. Because by the end of this, we could be down to 3 power, and then we're gonna get 40 power back, so we could be losing a lot of points off of this if I'm not focusing. Holy crap. I feel like putting it right on top of her is the best idea. Jesus. Oh my god, I don't... I may be good at chess, but not good at quick reaction games. I mean, I wouldn't say I don't have the greatest reaction either, honestly. I did check that like reaction test like site, and I'm pretty sure my reaction time is pretty bad. It's, I would say like the most important thing I think is recognizing the patterns. Recognizing the bullet patterns and then trying to like go from there. Of dodging in whichever directions. Oh dear. I feel like my skills of... I feel like my my twos of who skills have deteriorated or something. I have to dodge only like 1 or 2 bullet patterns, I think, and then we like beat her. Pretty sure. Oh, I see it. I think I see it actually. I think I see a spot. I think I see a sweet spot actually. It's like right there. All you have to do is just move it slightly to the side afterwards. Watch. It's like swinging your arms from side to side, baby. I went too far to the side. I see it. 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 Watch. Just took it out. Oh my god. This way. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. There's a spot. There's a spot. There's a secret spot that you need. That's it. Like right there. Nailed it. Truly resting his toe and laughing at you for playing easy mode feels sad these days since not even a kid would play easy mode. Oh, I love that picture. Yeah, mate, easy mode. There's nothing wrong with easy mode. Like, oh my god. I mean, oh no, we're at 3.27. Oh, we're at 3.26. No. Come on, Doremi, just let me have this, please. I can't lose all my power like this.
Jamie, I need the power.
Let me know if you want to know the trick.
We got this. Don't worry.
Give me like a few more tries. Bug. I see the hole. I see the hole. It was made for me. You see that hole and how it was made for me? It was like so good. I'm trying to see if there's like any other cheesy things you can do with this. I'm like trying to focus on beating the pattern also while trying to see if there's any legitimate strats, and like it's not really a good combination of trying to both beat it and learn the secret strat. But don't worry, in 20 tries we're gonna be down to 3 power. Yeah. Bruh. If I'm kind of putting it up to chance, honestly, but it looks very. Hold on. Things a little crazy, but oh,
she was right there. Look at it. Just look at it. Look how close she was.
Okay, what happens if I do something absolutely silly like this? That feels like it could actually almost work. No? B. At 3.12, baby. This point we might at this point we might as well just be at like 3 power. It would be very unfortunate. We're gonna drop down to 2 power, I think. This will become a pro gamer right here. Right here, right now. So Why'd you move left that time, Doremi? Why'd you move left? I kind of need you to go in the direction that I am at, Doremi. Not away. Stay below me. Come on. Stay below me, Doremi. Stay below me. Oh. The king has returned. She went right. Yeah. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. We're gonna be at 3 power. God damn it. We didn't need that power anyways. What am I, Virgil? I don't need power. Whoops, I bombed. God. I'm just gonna kill myself, honestly. That was by pure accident. I don't want to spend any bombs in this fight. Because I am a man. I could do this without bombs, I believe. Holy Jesus. God damn it. What happens if I were to do one side of these stars first and then do the second side? No. I debated myself by going into those stars. And God, she played yourself. Wait, this is what I was trying to do in the first place. Trying to do the stars before the blues. I think that's still possible though. If I just barely tap it. If I just barely tap it. Like not like that. Yeah, not like that either. Tell Magic City wins the race. Dark Souls, you get all the rings and stuff to one-shot a boss. See, I don't think that's exactly true per se in Dark Souls. Elden Ring is another story. Elden Ring, they just said, screw it, magic is just going to be absolutely mental. And they kind of just, like, they treated, like, miracles like it was, like, their adopted son. It was just kind of there. They just didn't really want to do much with it. Meanwhile, magic got all the good treatment in Elden Ring. Honestly, when I was playing Elden Ring, it felt like I had no purpose for faith. There was like no need for faith, like at all. Tell you what, Pokemon, if I get to 100 tries, I'm down to understand the secret tech. I'm down to learn the secrets to the Doremi. At 100 tries. Incantations can be dangerous. It's just the low level ones are really weak. Well, I mean, that's the same thing with magic, but it's like, I don't think there's an incantation that just like one-shots the enemy if you hold it on to them. Like the super beam, like that magic beam that they have. I think the sword has it too. That one specific sword that requires both faith and magic. That beam on that sword is absolutely insane. And I believe it's also a magic in itself, but the fact that it's also on a sword is kind of crazy. And it is absolutely strong. So many bosses can just flat out die from that one spell. Crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I went too far low. I went too low. I went too low. Wait a minute. Hold on. I just stand right here. 2, 3. Don't they all just spawn in the same spot? So if I dodge one of them, I dodge them all, right? If I just stand right here, then find the spot, find the one spot for them. Yeah, they all spawn in the same spot. So if I find the one spot to dodge them all, then it dodges every single one that spawns. Yeah. So find the spot. Find the spot. Gotta find the spot. Find the spot. Follow it. Yeah. The moment I learn, the moment that I find out. Oh! It didn't work. Okay, so that's not how that works apparently. Never mind. Interesting. 79 tries now, let's go. Do-re-mi. Can't you die, please, for me? Sometimes you just want to sing a song, and it goes like, God, I wish I was Marissa. But even then, I don't even think Marissa does more damage, unfortunately. I will never let that up. I will never let that up. I will always be on that. The fact that Marissa doesn't do the most damage out of everybody. Marissa should be able to do the most damage.
Worst bullet type ever.
It's the worst bullets to deal with. Diagonal bullets. I had it right there, that was it.
Oh my god.
Ugh. I'm so far down at the bottom. By the time she fires the second wave, it's like, oh, I'm so low. Doremi. Why can't you make a pattern that makes sense to me? Because I'm not making any sense to this. Except for a little bit of it. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit of it makes sense. How many times must I fold my grazing abilities under Mount Fuji in order to beat this? 1,000 times? We're at 96 tries. What? I wonder what bullet pattern was it? What spell card was it where a man had to do 160,000 tries just to beat it? 160,000. I would feel like I'd probably give up at like the 2,000 mark, honestly. If I saw 1,000 tries at the top right for a spell, I feel like I would be like, boy, this is a tough spell card. But once I saw the 2,000, I would just feel like, you know, I think every 1,000 after the first is probably going to be the same as the first. And it's probably not going to change after 1,000 tries. Is it saying 99 plus now? Oh, you're such a rude game. Alright, what is the secret strat, Pokemans? What is the secret strat? Please tell me it's like a form of Ligma. See the purple stars rotate around them instead of going down? It's a spinny spell. Rotate around them. I see it now. I see. I feel like an idiot. Oh, I'm too slow for it. I have to be an unfocused. That sucks. Or, oh my god, it's so easy. It looks, well, can't say it's easy. It just looks easy. Wait a minute, that last bit actually looked like it was impossible to do. Hold on. That, wait, no, I see it. I see a yo. It is under the floorboards. Trying to do it too quickly, too fast. Hit him with the quickness. See, imagine if I used a bomb for this. Gotta get inside one of the scoops on one of the sides. I see that, yes. I see it. I do see it. Just like that. It's like, I'm trying to see if I can do it in purely focus mode before I try doing it unfocused, because focus mode is just so much simpler. Do I have to do, yeah, I do have to do the last bit, don't I? I think the one downside to this though is that I can't really get as much damage in, unfortunately. So this is seriously giving me some this is giving me some Maze of Love vibes. I'm getting some serious Maze of Love flashbacks from this. Good old Maze of Love. God, I miss embodiment. It doesn't have all the amazing quality of life that the newer Toho games have, but man, I miss that music. Just the rawest of butt trumpets. What am I doing? I looked away for 1 second. Okay though, we can do this. We know the secret tech now. The very, very silly secret tech. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, this looks so weird! I think the spell cards that require a specific kind of movement are the best ones. Well, like this? Yeah. Obviously, like, the spell cards that are probably the least fun are the random ones. The random ones are never fun. Because then it's like, it's almost a game of chance at that point. Nobody wants to bid it all on chance. Chance time! If I wanted to play a game full of chance, then I would rather go play like 100% Orange Juice or Mario Party. Or Library of Ruina. Which Library of Ruina isn't exactly all chance, but boy, sometimes you just have to pray to the RNGesus gods. I'm dead. God is dead. God, my oh, I keep forgetting to get inside the circle. Use metronome. Huh? I didn't know Pokemon's skills, or were Pokemon moves added into Toho or something? God, imagine if they actually did it like the original Ruina was, what Ruina originally was. Imagine if they did it like that. Because if I remember, if memory serves me correctly, Library of Ruina's attacks, or the dice rolls, were literally like a 6-sided dice, and the strength of the card depended on how many dice roll, how many 6-sided dices you roll for each one. So instead of it being like 2 to 6, it was instead like 3 dice rolls for this one attack, or it was like 2 dice rolls of a 6-sided dice. Imagine the RNGesus on that. Oh, be beautiful. Somebody has a 6-sided dice, or 6 dices. 6 dice. What the? I hate the plurals for dice. It's die and dice. I want to say dices so badly. This is not a skill issue. This is not a skill issue. I think she was actually gonna die if I succeed on that second one. I think if I do it 2 times. Although if she likes to run, if she runs away in that direction, then I think I have a problem. Turn that skill issue into a skill tissue. I'm not gonna cry about it. Think that's how you take care of a skill issue? No, you don't cry about it. You get good. Why did I go this way? Why did I go this way? Why did I go this way? No, I mean like muscle tissue, bruh. Genius. Skill tissue. It sounds like something I would honestly say for like DDR. Because honestly, like DDR, 90% of being good in that game is like just muscle memory. I kid you not. At some point you just play a song so many times in DDR that it just like becomes pure muscle memory. Should I be doing this at the top, or should I be doing it somewhere like down here actually? I feel like if I do it down here I have like more of a range on her instead. Around the world, around the world, around the world, around the world. Ah! Die? 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 I got greedy. So you have to do 3 patterns. Unless she decides to go to the right. Oh, she went to the right. Oh, she... You know, honestly, this should not be that hard of a spell. I really wish I could actually restart this level and not just all the way at stage 1. Because I would love to retry this, this pattern. I would love to retry Adore Me with full power. But I'm gonna be stuck at 3 power now, and then I'm gonna get 3.40, and then lose even more power. When we get to the next set of spells, oh god, it's 128, are you serious? We're almost halfway done with the stream and we're still stuck on the first life of Doremi. Come on, just one more. One more! She was right there. One more time. One more time. You know, I feel like I kind of think I know what songs I'd be good at, like via my voice lines and stuff. But man, I would love to just like go for a song that would totally not fit my voice. Like I think one of my favorite songs to sing is probably Friends on the Other Side from Princess and the Frog. It's easily one of my favorites to do. I actually know the entire lyrics to it because I sing it so much. But imagine if I did another song, like an AC/DC song. Because I don't think my voice exactly fits the AC/DC music. Maybe Freddie Mercury. I don't think my voice exactly fits Freddie Mercury's music either. Let's go! We did it. Ow. Imagine if you sang a non-Disney song. What? I can't get these bees. Help. There we go. Alright, what's going on here? She shooting balls at a circle. Shooting balls in a circle. That's all I'm seeing. Dear God, picking up these freaking squares is gonna be a pain every single time. Seems okay. That last bit of it seems like a pain, but this actually doesn't seem to be that bad. A little bit. Like what non-Disney song? Hellfire is another fun one. Hell's Fire, I know that one though. I can't exactly do it. I feel like I can do I Got Friends on the Other Side way better than Hell's Fire. Hellfire is like really cool. I just hate that like a synopsis of the song Hell's Fire is dude sims so hard for a thought that he just wants to kill her. Just kind of sucks. Like that's kind of the synopsis for Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame. God damn you. God, but that man's voice is so juicy. I think that's the voice for Megatron in Transformers. I'm pretty sure that's him. Why can't I do this last bit of it? See, look at this. We're losing all of our points, baby. Let's go. I should probably focus before I lose any more, honestly. I think at that last bit, I have to unfocus. Unfocus isn't by like let go of the shift. Oh, oh. Okay, so we survived one pattern so far. Oh, that was way easier than the first one. Oh, and then it came again. Okay. Oh, what was that? Is this targeted? This almost feels targeted. This seriously feels targeted. Like it goes in like a circular pattern, but I think it's also targeted. Because like the one time this pattern looked super easy to do. God damn it. Hellfire also has a little deep extra kind of reflecting of how much of a hypocrite Frollo is. I love how like looking at that in like Spanish would be Froyo. But no, the dude is just like, I don't know, he just got like such a boner for somebody and he's kind of pissed that he can't have her, so he's like, ah, screw it, kill her. It's like, really, dude? that's your alternative? like fire, hellfire. Such a good song. At least he's not the only person to be murderously horny for someone else. Like, what? How many cases are there of that in media? Oh my god, we gotta focus. Didn't they do a live action of that? I can't focus when there's somebody to chat with. I have to chat with you guys. I have to. I can't not chat with you guys. What's the point of streaming then? Remember watching the movie on Netflix and the caption is I keep wanting to say Froyo. It's just about to kill Quasimodo says laughs wickedly. May I am really getting sick and tired of these captions. This whole Netflix caption stuff is just becoming silly at this point, I swear. We are about to be down to 2 freaking power. We're about to level down all the way to 2 power, guys. Oh no. Please. I don't want to be at 2 power. Hey, we're straight up gonna have to like restart this. If I get all the way down to like 1 power, we're probably gonna have to restart this. 2? Yeah, we are 7 tries away. We're 7 retries away, 6 retries now from being down to 2 power. And that is when the real struggle is going to begin. So when we're at 2 power. Like, not being at 4 power is understandable. You have to be playing perfectly to stay at 4 power, but like, going down to 2 power is just going to be awful. There's Shiki and Tsukihime. What? I mean... God damn, man. Visual novels from back in the day were just, it was just such a different time, you know? I honestly don't think that I don't think they would pull what they pulled in Tsukihime. I don't think they would have done that in like nowadays. We're at 2 power. Fuck my life, dude. Oh no. There's no way we can drop down to 1 power, is there? There's no way we could drop down to 1 power. I think it's just the worst is if we can't get to 3 power. If we can't get to max power in the next stage, then that probably means we have to reset. If we cannot get to back up to 4 power in the next stage, then we're just like, there's no way. We can't do this anymore. It's just not possible. Never happened. False. Complete fiction. Like, we're doing so little damage to her. It's like awful.
Oh my god, that was so good. That would have been so good.
At this point, I just want to go to like legacy version. Like, goddamn, being 2 power. But it's okay. I can technically say that I 1cc'd a Toho game on Lunatic. If I do this. In fact, it would be also the hardest one too. This is technically a 1cc, so. Haha. I just realized I got 3 bombs now. Holy crap. Not just a 1cc, technically it's a no miss run. It's a no miss run too! That's right. I was trying to remember what it was called. I was trying to remember what the runs are called when you don't die at all. You know what I should do? I should just splice. I should just splice all of the parts where I just beat the spell cards and just like combine them all into one run. So I look at my run, guys. Didn't I nail it? Just all of these deaths completely ignored. And just by the end, it was just like, so, how do you think about my grazing? I'm doing no damage to her. Oh my lordy. There's like no damage to be had with this. Not a single damage was given that day. Because I am stuck at 2 power. Oh no, my power is going down. This looks like such an easy pattern too. Honestly, I think it is. It's a really easy pattern. I think it's just I have to get the... Just have to get the muscle reflex into it. Gotta work with it a little bit more. No miss and no hit mean the same thing. I don't know where no miss came from. Mistranslation, I'm guessing. I'm almost positive it's a mistranslation. You think a no-hit run in Dark Souls is harder than a no-hit run in like a Toho game? That would be an interesting comparison. Like, I feel like... Oh my god. I've seen miss mean mistake. I mean, I remember one person in chat said that it means like you missed... If you do miss, that means you missed an opportunity for a perfect run. Something like that, which is why it's called a no miss. Because you didn't miss out on it. Weird as hell explanation to it, but apparently that's just the way it's Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Guys, hear me out. When winter or when fall starts to pick up, I swear I feel like my gaming prowess will be like increased tenfolds. Trust me on this. This isn't no coping method. This is not like... Not me trying to cope with the fact that I'm getting absolutely bodied by some sleep paralysis demon right now with a weird ass like tail. Looks like she stole Eeyore's tail from like Winnie the Pooh. Nice. But I swear, if I wasn't absolutely sweating and moist right now, oh, things would be going so much smoother. I swear. God, I want to go back to fighting games. Like, I do want to play some fighting games again. There's just something about PvP. There is just something about PvP. You know, I have another idea for that. There is a very specific pattern where I just get stuck in this one little spot and it's just like, oh, I guess I'll just die. And I think what I need to do for that is find another opening instead. because I keep trying to go for an opening that's just too far for me to chase after while focused. And if I go in unfocused, I just move too fast for me to control. Let's say no hit run for Dark Souls is a lot easier than Toho because at least you don't have to worry about bullets. There's like I would say there's a lot of arguments you can probably do for it. God damn it. Like in Dark Souls, you have iframes for days. Rolling gives you iframes and stuff. But there is a lot of things trying to murder you in Dark Souls 2. You can also include bombs, however, in Toho. Bombs give you an absolute unit of iframes as well. But it's like your iframes are limited. Imagine if, like in Dark Souls, you only had so many rolls, basically. Didn't somebody actually do that? No, I feel like that. I feel like I'm delusional, I think. Somebody didn't do a Dark Souls no-hit run without rolling, did they? I feel like that's not a thing. Don't see that being possible. No, I can, well, no, I can see that being possible, actually. I think what I'm thinking of is the no-hit run where they beat all 3 Dark Souls games without getting hit. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. There's no way somebody did that without rolling, right? Heard there's such a thing as a no roll run, but never seen it. Yeah, there's no such thing. There is a thing as a no roll run, but a no hit run. No hit run with no rolling just sounds a little crazy. Too crazy to be good. Too crazy to be true. Dear God, I want some more. I want some more. Hello? Wait, am I'm still alive? I looked away from the screen thinking that I was just gonna die so I could see who the hell raided me. Of no renown. Thank you for the 7 Clive Health Meltdowns. Welcome. My name is Guardian Zaid, the Force Havoc. No challenge is too big for me. What the hell were you up to? Of no renown. Toho Project. Called it. What were you doing in the Toho projects? Welcome raiders to the Vaporwave Highway. Yeah, if only I could play some Vaporwave music right now. I all tabbed out of the game, so I have to close it now because it doesn't want me to tab back in. But it's fine, we're in point device mode. God, imagine if I was playing in legacy mode and that happened. Just imagine. Dear God. I think I need more mods. I think I need more moderators. I need more moderators to do shoutouts for me instead. I think only mods can do shoutouts. But what were you up to? What were you up to, you renown? I played Alien Game. You played Alien Game? What the hell do you mean? Alien Game? What? Huh? Huh? UFO? That's okay, it was UFO. That was the only thing I could think of. I was like, okay, UFOs, or aliens. Aliens have spaceships, Toho, unidentified flying object, UFO. I feel like that's the next one I should go to. Because I am trying to like get like the hardest Toho games out of the way. So then it's all smooth sailing from there. Wait, what? Okay, yeah, this is it, okay. I was scared for a second. I was like, there's no way this game did not save, right? What were you up to in UFO though? I'm sucked too much to get easy 1cc though. Damn. Yeah, honestly, I was actually contemplating about maybe just 1cc'ing all normals on every Toho game and then going back and then do Lunatic. I was thinking about maybe doing that actually. But I figured, you know what, that would be like, I feel like that'd be too much splitting up. So I figured maybe I should just stick to one game and then beat it in 1cc normal, then do lunatic, then do extra. I should probably just stick to that. But I did swap out what game I'm doing next. Oh my god, I'm doing no damage. Holy crap. Oh my god. I have to survive 4 waves, I think, of that in order to finish her off. It's a good idea to hop around, that's what I do. Yeah, I was trying to do them in order, but I said, you know what, I kind of want to try out, like, oh, I want to see just what is the hardest Toho game in the series. Sure enough. Yeah. It's kind of kicking my ass. It doesn't help the fact that the last 2 Toho games that I played before this were, I believe, considered the easiest Toho games in the franchise. Perfect Cherry Blossom and Perishable Night. Honestly, this feels kind of similar to Embodiment of the Scarlet Devil. Because I think it took me 8 streams. I believe it was 8 streams. It took me like 8 streams to 1cc normal, then beat Lunatic, and then beat extra for Scarlet Devil. So I feel like this is just ripe. I don't know how many streams we're at now for LoLK. I think this is the 4th one. Yeah? 4th one? This is the 4th or 3rd one. We beat normal mode on the first try. We beat normal mode the first stream. Second stream. Yeah, no, I'll have to look into it, but I'm pretty sure this is the 4th one. So who knows? Maybe I can actually. Oh my god! Maybe I can actually beat LoLK in the next 4 streams. Honestly, at this point, I would be totally satisfied with just beating Doremi on this stream, since we have 2 hours left. Freaking A. Dang if I'm gonna eat chicken or something. See you, good night, good night. You take care, Renown. Thank you for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I always wondered if my raid alert is like a good idea or not. You ever wonder if there's like some people who are basically listening to a stream like podcast style or something, and then suddenly like it gets raided into another stream and they just hear almost like an emergency warning message just like appeared. Emergency message, emergency warning message, just straight up saying that there's like nukes heading towards Hawaii and this is not a drill. It's gotta be probably one of the most hilarious moments in recent history, I think. I feel so sorry for Hawaii. That was great. Oh, now I feel kind of bad. I forgot. I was actually gonna change 3 emotes, but I forgot to do them. I have ideas for an emote now. I just need to draw them. I think they're gonna be great, trust me. I think the one thing that stopped me from drawing it though was trying to figure out who to draw it as. It's gonna be 3 Toho emotes. And it's like, fortunately, I think one of them is gonna have to be Reimu. Like, I can't just leave out the main person, right? I can't leave out John Toho. Dear God, saying Toho like appropriate, like correctly is so painful. You just want to say it in the most shitposty way ever, don't you? Don't you just want to lose it? Don't you want to just go batshit insane? Come on. We did it! Let's go! What the hell is this? Okay. We can't do, we gotta beat this in under 50 tries, because if I keep getting less and less power, this is gonna suck. What the hell is this? Yo, Pokemon, I choose you. What the hell's the secret? I don't even care at this point. It's not about learning it, it's about doing it, damn it, at this point. Pokemon, I choose you. Help. It feels like I need to go around in circles again. So a little bit, don't you see the little circle thing that's going on over there? But man, it's a lot of bullets just flying everywhere. Would you like to see my bullets? Doesn't really look like it works either, though. Around the world, around the world. This is just mental. Look at all this. That's just. Dormy, what are you doing? Dormy, stop. Yeah, do you see the little circle that you can do there? Just a little bit. I think this is the true struggle of trying to figure out how a bullet pattern works. Like you're trying to look at it, trying to figure out what the hell's going on here, and there's just so much stuff. Okay, it is. I see it. I see the circle. It's another speed spell card. Yeah, I kind of figured. This at this point. It's like, okay, maybe a lot of her stuff is speeding, but like, I'm trying to see where is the entry point and where's the Twitters. Like I saw it one time and then it's like, well, I lost it. Oh my god. It starts on the right. I need to start twirling on the right side of this, but it's like, yeah. Is it too fast for me to do it focused? No way. There's no way you want me to do this unfocused. There's just no way that we can win. That was a masterpiece. Hey, rocks too hard. There's bruh. I am about to look this up. I'm about to look at a video for this, honestly. Okay, you know what, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's just try it like once. Try to do this like, oh my god. That's just too crazy. It's too chaotic. Maybe I can like... Am I actually supposed to hug the middle? Don't exactly know where I'm going. I see it, I see it, I see it, I saw it. Okay, so you are supposed to stay in the middle. Stay in the middle, stay in the middle, stay in the middle. Chill in the middle. Holy shit, dude, really? Squeezed in the middle, smack dab in the middle. It's actually pretty cool, not gonna lie. You could just see this tiny little circle chasing you down as you do it. It's kind of neat. I think the first movement is up. I keep going right, but I think it's actually up. Never mind. You still gotta go a little right. Still gotta go just a little right. Oh my god. God, yo, it's so cool. It's so sick. It's so cool. Oh, she was so close. She was so close also. Okay, hold on. We got this. We can get back to 3 points. I can't figure out where the hell to start on that one. I just kind of like did it on reflex in the second one. Nope. Okay, we lost it. We were so close. You really gonna call this piss? Really, Michael? You gonna call this piss-colored bullets? I would say this is more like a Granny Smith apple color, okay? That's what you should call it. You should call it the Granny Smith apple color. Good old Granny Smith apples. God damn it. Reminds me of a beautiful Granny Smith apple, or a lemon. Girl stealing our lemons. It's like yellow butterflies. I don't think I've ever actually seen a yellow butterfly. I've seen blue, I've seen orange, I've seen a lot of orange. Don't think I've ever seen a yellow butterfly though. Hey, why can't just like the entire world be populated with like butterflies and not wasps? Why can't we have more butterflies, less wasps, more butterflies, please? Like butterflies seem so damn rare. And then for some reason the entire world just has to be infested with wasps.
Oh, you little...
We gotta at least beat it sub 50, sub 50 tries, 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 sub 50 tries. Sub 50 tries. Sub 50 tries, come on. I will be very proud if I do sub 50 tries. Come on. Like a Sunday afternoon, and what I read between the lines, sub 50 try, baby, 41 tries, let's go. What the hell is this? First try it, don't even care. First try it, nailed it. This looks exactly like the previous one, except smaller. Her balls are shrinking. Crap, I just realized we can actually drop all the way down to 1 power. If we suck enough, we can actually drop all the way down to 1 power. That would not be, that would basically be over. I'm pretty sure we can't do this with 1 power. There's just no way. Come on. Yes.
No! No!
Are you serious? Look at her health. Oh, are you serious?
Zen.
Come on. We had it like right there. Literally that was like the 3rd or 4th try. We had it. That was so stupid. They were slowly coming at me. It's like the kid who stops in the middle of traffic because a 4-wheeler's or an 18-wheeler's coming at her. But it's coming at her from a mile away. And she just looks at it. Stupid. It's like, just get out of the traffic. We had it. We had it. Oh. it's one of those deaths. It's one of those deaths where it just completely crushes your entire existence. We got 26 tries though. We can beat this in 26 tries. We can keep our 2 power. 25 tries. I know I can do it in 25 tries. I was like already there on like 3rd or 4th try. We were like right there already, so it should be possible. Just gotta focus. I threw myself in a really bad spot right there. Come on. Come on. I am... Oh, you are so close to getting bombed. So help me God, Dormy. You're asking to get bombed, honestly. So I seriously do not want to deal with being at 1 power. Okay, focusing on surviving is a good thing, but my range is kind of low, so I do need to focus on being under her. Holy crap, what a god. Racing wins by doing absolutely nothing. And then running straight into a bullet when she didn't have to. I love those moments where you could just stand still and do nothing. Because it's like you recognize that you could just stand there and do nothing. Please. 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 We did it. We did it. We're dead though, but we did it. What the hell just happened? Lasers? Lasers. My god. What the hell is going on here? Oh, I see. So on the plus side, we cannot go down to 1 power. We cannot go down to 1 power anymore, so we're good. Problem is, how fast can we beat this? Lasers, baby. Dormy's going down. Dormy is going down. Dormy is going down. Eventually. Dorime. Ameno. Ameno. Blessime. Okay. I just realized when I fight Junko, I'm gonna have to like do so good that I don't run out of like all my power by the time we reach like her final spell card. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck a lot. The fact that I'm gonna have to do that against freaking Junko. Have you ever been so pissed off that you decided to say screw the one important rule after like 9 iterations of the franchise? And you just said screw the rules, die? She really did just walk up to the main character and said Shine. This fight alone for 2 hours. How to say this game seems tough. Oh, hey Shiza, sorry. I'm just like, I'm absolutely like shocked that we were doing these last bits like so damn well. Considering we were stuck on her very first bullet pattern for I think like an hour and a half or something, an hour 50 minutes. But welcome, Shiza. Welcome, welcome. We've been at it for 2 hours. We have been at it for 2 hours, and like a good portion of that was actually just one single bullet pattern. Crazy enough, it was the very first one. Jesus Christ, I don't think those super fries that I ate from Donnie G's is not doing me any favors. I feel so painfully bloated. You know, maybe putting G Fuel into Dr. Pepper also isn't doing me any favors, but man, I was curious, and sure enough, it was like kind of okay-ish. Did these bullets just stop? Are they like, they just bounce normally, right? They're not like, they don't change directions, right? Geometry. I feel like I can, for the most part, just stand still, right? Like this, like that, like this, like that. Ah, she was right there. She was right there. Can't believe it was actually almost correct. It would only take 2 hours, half of the stream, to beat Doremi. We're like right freaking there. She's like all so close to dying. It amazes me that it's like two. It amazes me that it's like 2 hours to beat Doremi. If only that first bullet pattern just did not exist. If only that first bullet pattern just like, it wasn't a thing. It just like, just erase it, forehead. Just get rid of it. Do you think that the Zune man, do you think he wanted like a bunch of like, are you serious? He wanted like a bunch of circular spells or bullet patterns for Doremi? Do you think that's what he wanted? And just unfortunately he screwed up the coding for like that first bullet pattern, which is why it's so janky. Twos of Who's? Twos of Who's, yes, welcome. Welcome, Techie. We're currently trying to beat the hardest Toho game on Lunatic. It's going great. You can tell by my enthusiasm. Honestly, like seriously though, I think it's doing pretty well. If judging, like, I'm trying to compare it to my Embodiment of the Scarlet Devil run, and the Embodiment of the Scarlet Devil run took 8 streams to beat, normal, 1cc normal, beat it on Lunatic, and beat the extra mode. So if I compare it to that, I think this is actually going pretty smoothly. Hardest game and the hardest difficulty, yep, basically. Apparently UFO is also considered one of the... UFO, it's basically LoLK and UFO, apparently, like, they're debatably the hardest ones. But yeah. So far... Oh my god. Bro, imagine lasers. Lasers, my guy. And then Perfect Cherry Blossom was like, imagine lasers, but in the shape of Wisp. UFO is the hardest 1cc, but not the hardest in terms of bullet patterns. Because of Will Racing. Yeah, Racin's bomb is kind of crazy. But I feel like point device mode kind of makes it... Again, if I feel like I actually could have been done with Lunatic by now. Maybe like pretty close to being done with it by now if I did Legacy version instead of point device. Because of Racin's bombs. Imagine having Racin's bombs with continues, all in lives. Oh my god. It'd probably be smooth sailing. I'm not exactly here to 1cc Lunatic. I'm here to just beat it, so this will already be an achievement in itself. Being able to quote unquote 1cc. If there was, again, I will most likely attempt, I'm most likely going to attempt to 1cc, are you serious? I'm most likely going to attempt 1cc Embodiment of the Scarlet Devil on Lunatic. That's the one I'll probably try. Just because I like Embodiment of the Scarlet Devil so much. Imperishable Night though was a... Imperishable Night is kind of close though. Apo... Wait, hold on. Is that Apo Toho 11? Just kind of like taking a guess there. But yeah, like Imperishable Night kind of like is making me think about doing that one as well because Imperishable Night has that beautiful dialogue of just Alice did the moon landing, all that stuff. Oh my god. That was just beautiful to see. Alice denying the moon landing. Just straight up like Armstrong in the background with the flag and everything. Fucking A, dude. What a fever dream. Trying to get a perfect run of embodying the Scarlet Devil at the moment. What, no hits? Yeah, I don't think I'll go too crazy on that. I think that would be like too much. God, I just wish there was like a competitive. We just need more fighting games, Forehead. Just give me a fighting game of like an actual competitive fighting game of Toho, for God's sakes, or just like the Project Moon franchise, please. I like fighting games too much. No hits and no bombs? My god. I think the craziest part too about embodying the Scarlet Devil is the fact that there's no real training you can do for it either. I swear, I've looked for like, is there a practice tool for it? Because I tried looking for I tried looking for a practice tool. It already exists. It's called Hisoten Soku. I swear the fighting games for Toho aren't exactly. I unfortunately wouldn't exactly call them competitive. I'm sorry. Die! Shine! Huh? That's not. No. What? No. This. No. What? What? Why? Wait. Hold on. What? What? Oh, there's another one. Oh. Oh, there's one more. Oh, she slapped me with the Billy Mays. She hit me with the Billy Mays. She said, but wait, there's more. Why is there more? She's like, why is she shooting me? She's like shooting stuff that looks like it belongs in like your... It looks like stuff that you would see in like your 6th grade biology class of like what it's like inside the human body. And this is like some kind of weird cell in your body that like takes out viruses and shit. I'm the virus apparently, and they're trying to kill me right now. TH Practice works for all Windows really, TH Practice actually does work for it? Okay. Because I swear, when I tried looking for that website, the only thing that I did see was it was a practice mode for the books on stage 4 for embodying the Scarlet Devil. Because that is the most important practice you need, apparently, in embodying the Scarlet Devil, is the damn books on stage 4. Oh my god, you are tempting me so hard, Dormy. Should just bomb you. You really are. You're really pushing it. Also, I'm not even sure if this is like a good way to do this, but I feel like, you know what, I might as well just stick right here. This seems like a nice spot, doesn't it? It's like in between all of these lovely little pills. Throwing the Dr. Mario at me. You know what, let's see what this looks like. Let's see what it looks like going down here. How does it look going down here? Just like dodge right here, dodge right there, dodge right there. This is actually turning out a lot better than I thought. Holy crap. And we died though. This music is gonna kill me. Holy crap, holy freaking crap. Why does it say spell card in the background? Spell card, spell card, spell card attack, spell card attack. It looks like the please do not eat thing that you would see on like packages. The forbidden Skittles. Learning to read is the hardest part of embodying the Scarlet Devil. It seems to be like the biggest struggle for a lot of games. Learning to read. Almost like the same thing like, what's it called? You know, Library of Ruina. You might not know Library of Ruina. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Library of Ruina has that issue. Lots of reading. God, I want another competitive card game. That's what two needs also. Two needs a competitive card game. How would that go with Zune actually? Like I know Zune is like absolutely chill when it comes to making games for the Toho franchise, but like, do you think he would stop when somebody makes like a collectible card game for it, like an online collectible card game? Do you think he'd stop at that point? Yeah, maybe he won't actually. Somebody made a freaking gacha of this game, so of this franchise, so I don't think he would stop a card game. God, I would love a card game though. How would you implement a card game for Toho though? Implementing grazing and all that. So many cards you can make though. Make cards out of the spell cards. Make cards out of the characters. Did you would you make it like Pokemon, actually? I feel like Pokemon would probably be the best example. Just convert the Pokemon card game into Toho. I don't know why, the spell card seems a lot easier than it looks. And I feel like I should be doing this. It just blows me away that I had to spend an hour and a half to beat one single bullet pattern. And like we kind of just breezed through the rest of it in like half an hour or something. But I lied, it's like 220, like 50 minutes. I do not want to hear any wrong answers. But you guys think that Zune should always stick to drawing his own games, right? I swear, sometimes I just hear some people just say like he should get like an actual artist, like a professional artist to do the artwork for like the mainline Toho games, but it's like, bruh, it's like that's like one of the best parts about it. The art style has its own beautiful charm to it, and it should stay that way. It's a static bullet pattern. It doesn't change. Should be able to do this. This has got to be the weirdest shot type. Got these goddamn blinking eyes on me. I feel like his art style is too unique to be drawn by someone else. His art looks unique because it does not look like typical anime. Oh yeah, see, that's the beauty of it. It's its own art style. And I always say that art style beats graphics, no matter what. You just have to make sure you have a decent art style instead of focusing on graphics. There's a few pretty impressive Zune art inspired artists on Twitter. Yeah, if I could, I would love to commission them to make a VTuber model for me. I would love to have like a Zune style VTuber model. It would be beautiful. I already got the stuff for it and everything. I don't show my hands because hands are hard. I have a head accessory, and I have a weapon. It'll work out. You know, I would be focusing like harder on this, but like the fact that I'm not going to go down the fact that I'm not going to go past 2 power just kind of makes, I think it's making me like not focus 100%. I'm just glad that I'm going to be able to stay at 2 powers by the time I get to the next area. Well, actually, I think the one problem might be I could very well go down to 1 power in the first area. No, I can't. She's going to drop power. She's going to drop power at when she dies here, so I think I'm good. Okay. What would be your spell cards though? Damn, now that's a good one. It involves a lot of leagues. And it involves my nuggets. And maybe it might be kind of similar to how Alice's spell cards work, maybe? Where she sends out Horde dolls. Why does she have a tail? Why does Doremi have a freaking tail? What is she supposed to be? I can't like put heads or tails to what that. Fucking A. Should not be laughing at my own stupid jokes. That wasn't even intentional, god damn it. I hate myself. Yo, we did it! Let's go! Woo! Even if there is a nightmare waiting for me ahead, I have no choice but to go on. It's my job after all, I have to do it. I see. I may just be here for form's sake, but I've done my job, so that's enough. Besides, you're rather unusual for a rabbit. Actually doing your job properly. Perhaps it's a sense of duty, or, well, maybe I'm still a little crazy. This impure world should calm the moon's madness, though. No, this isn't the moon's madness. What I feel from you is, if I had to say, I'd call it earthliness. Like those humans who manage to find their own individuality in embracing the dreams of others. In short, you've been tainted by this impure land. Your impure self will see nothing but lunacy in the lunar capital now. Be even more careful than you need to. Now then, I wish you pleasant dreams. Right, there's no, it just throws you straight in there. That's right. What the hell is this? Oh, cool. My favorite. I love bullet patterns that aren't. I love bullet patterns that aren't exactly on you. Love the stage theme. I love this clown. Holy Jesus, dude. I think this baby lasts a little too long. I'm trying my hardest to like use up as little space as possible. Yeah, this is the true struggle here, is the fact that I can't kill things to get more power. I think that's gonna be an issue. Don't you think so? I need to, no! Do you guys, should we make a prediction? Should we make a prediction if I'm going to be able to get to Clown Piece in an hour and a half? I feel like I should be able to get to Clown Piece in an hour and a half, right? Yeah? Do you think we should do a prediction on that? I feel like most people will say yes, I will get to Clown Piece within an hour and a half. That's basically 2 full stages. Is this not Clown Piece? This is wait, what stage are we on? Oh my god, we're on stage 4. Ah. Oh, we're on stage 4. Right. We're in the kingdom. We're in the lunatic kingdom. Right. Crap, stage 4 is the one girl who like says words and then stuff happens. Oh god, I forgot. Oh god. Damn it. Oh my god. Yeah, the moment you said that, the moment I realized this was stage 4, I was like, okay, something's not adding up. Clown Piece is supposed to be outside of the kingdom, but I'm inside the kingdom right now. Rip her, she got forgotten. Wait, is that actually a thing of hers? Isn't that her? That's the thing she does, right? Or is that somebody else I'm thinking about? There's a character, I remember somebody said it, I don't remember if it's her or not though. But it's like she gets forgotten if you don't see her or something. I'm pretty sure it's like one of the characters in the Twos of Who's. That's Koishi, that's Koishi, never mind then. Wait, if you forget, it's weird. How does she get hated on though then? If like you forget about her when you don't see her, how does she get all the hate then? My god. Guys, I would love to hear more of this music as much as you do, but there appears to be an error with that, and it's the fact that I have to get better at this in order to hear the music. Oh, wrong one. It's honestly, it's kind of reminding me about Mega Man 8. It's a little bit. That very, very faint butt trumpet. I can hear it. Reminding me a lot of Mega Man 8. Like, hopefully we can get to that part. Get to that one part I'm thinking of. It was just about to kick in. The butt trumpet that I was thinking of, it was just right there, but then I died. Die in the vacuums of space. Right here. This lovely butt trumpet. Fucking bro, lasers. Why does the Lunatic Kingdom have to use lasers? Why? Why lasers, man? Why lasers? What do we do? Hating her is not because of her judging them. Maybe these people have such dark secrets don't want to be revealed. I guess that's true, yeah. She's the one that reads minds, right? Not the heart. Satori is the one that reads the heart, right? Come and look upon the heart. Upon the heart. I am so desperate to go like to the top of the screen so I can suck up all the wonderful power. But like, my god, there's so many lasers. Freaking lasers, man. Satori can read minds, but of course she can't read anything since she closed her third eye. Yeah, I did hear about that part too. Come and look upon the heart. Upon the heart. Oh, I'm a god. How can you kill a god? Okay, so these lasers are in fact aiming at me. Okay. That's good to know. That is very good to know. Very good information. Very good. Very good. Very good. Not these ones. Oh my god. I need more power. I desperately need more power. I need more damage. Like, Jesus. How far is this? How long is this? How long is this section of the stage? How long is this section? How many of these balls do I have to deal with before we get to the next section? Bethesda should learn from Marwyn as the most memorable final boss. I mean, yeah, good luck with that though. Last I checked, Morrowind was made by Obsidian, wasn't it? They're focusing too hard on the, like, again, the whole like graphic situation. They're focusing too hard on like it looking nice rather than having more in it, more content. Like, as long as it looks nice, people are going to enjoy it because that's how it is nowadays. You don't need content anymore. You just need it to look good. Just look at Destiny, for God's sakes. Oh! Live. Fucking... I hate, bro, lasers. Lasers, my guys. I will have to admit though, the raids in Destiny were really fun, but oh my god, the weekly restriction, absolutely painful. Because like by the time you get to raids in Destiny, that's literally all you can do, and there's literally nothing else to do. They're just balls. They're just balls. They're just balls. They're just... I feel like that was supposed to be safe. What even are these things? Are these the same things that like Reimu uses? The thought process, I'm constantly looking at my spell cards. I'm constantly looking over there thinking like, yeah, that'd be a good idea. Like, it would be a really good idea just to do it just once, so that way I can get my power back up. It seems like a genius idea, right? Just one time. You do it once, you get addicted. You do it twice, you get hooked for life. You do it 3 times, you're dead. I feel like I should be able to handle lasers. I'm looking too much at where the balls are so I can murder them in cold blood rather than myself and trying to survive. How desperate I am for the power. Doesn't seem like the same yin yang that Reimu uses. I mean, different color, sure. Different stuff, but I mean like, it's kind of like the same concept of a gun. A gun's a gun. You put the bullet in, it does the pew pew, and then it murders and stuff. But like, same thing with like a yin yang ball. You make the ball, it change the color, and then it shoots the lasers. You give it to, you paint it red, and then suddenly you start shooting homing talismans or something. I don't know. I don't know what the hell Reimu's ball is supposed to do. What does it do? Doesn't it bounce stuff? It bounces. You honestly don't really see the ball in the bullet hell games, do you? Did we do it? This is so cool. I see her blinking illusionary eyes by her. What, Raisin's blinking eyes? You didn't notice that? Yeah. Raisin's eyes do be blinking. It's the weirdest freaking shot type, I swear. And give her blinking eyeballs. This doesn't feel like it should be this hard. It doesn't, and I'm losing so much power. I'm losing so much power in this one section. I feel like I might not be able to recuperate all the power that I'm losing. Like, can I actually gain back 50 power from this one spot? I feel like I can't. Unless I bomb. Dear God, the fact that I'm on stage 4 though. Thinking that the next stage was gonna be stage 5, it's kind of pain. Just a little bit, you know? It kind of killed me, just a wee bit inside. The fact that I'm only halfway there. I'm already halfway there. Okay, so if I judge every other boss by how long it took to beat Dorime. Good. So Dorime, I think I basically just literally started her. I don't know how long it took on her last time. I think it was 3 hours in total. Because I think last stream I did with her was like 1 hour long of dealing with Dorime. So judging by that, I think it took 3 hours. Took about like 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Let's say 3 hours. So if it takes me 3 hours to beat each boss, like 3 more streams practically. Like practically 3 more streams. Although that is assuming that I'm going to be able to beat Junko in 3 hours, which Junko might just be hell and back. Then again though, I am saving all of my spell cards for Junko, so Junko might just be the easiest boss. She might be even easier than Dorime, depending on how many spell bombs I have when I get to her. Oh crap, I can't believe I survived that. But then I just... Again, this... Focus on the rabbit. Look at the rabbit. It's just like to look at the clown. Look at the rabbit. Don't focus on whatever's above you. Even just stop looking up. Stop looking up. I should really have like an eye tracker thing, just so you guys can see how stupid I am with what I'm looking at. Look at the rabbit. Look at the rabbit. Look at the rabbit. It is the rabbit. Yes. You're doing it. You're not doing it anymore. Can these bullets, can these lasers be like a different color? Something maybe like a little more like, give it a little dark to it. I feel like these lasers might be blending in with all the shenanigans going on with this brightness. Give it just like a little, like a tint to it. Shouldn't be dying to that. I should know where the openings are in this like pattern. In this. Okay, actually focus. I can see them. I can see them. I swear, it feels like I'm just like trying to like free ball it and pray that it works. I should not be doing that. Freebie balling it. There you go. There's the next Toho game that we need. NBA Toho Jam. What would be a perfect name for a Toho basketball game? I feel like Mailing would be the Shack. Mailing would be the Shack, or Yugi. Yugi or Mailing would be the Shack of like the Toho basketball. Yeah, it's perfect. Oh my god. Can't tell if those bullets, if those patterns go straight for me, or if I can actually find like an opening for them. Like this set, okay, not that one. Tenchi Slam. Come on inside, and welcome to the jam. What I do need though, desperately, that's what I need. What we need is actually, we need a Toho game that's written by the guy who did, what was that Toho game that I played? It was the one with like the rainbow gradients in the main title screen. They went to the Pizza Hut Taco Bell. We need a Toho game written by that man. That's what we need. It would be beautiful. Somebody just needs to get him a team, a small dev team. He would probably be able to make it in like 2 hours. Oh my god. I'm at the Pizza Hut, what? I'm at the Taco Bell, what? I'm at the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. What a beautiful game. Moved me to tears. Watching such beautiful writing. Okay. Like, it's like right here. It's right next to that flower, I think. It's right above that lettuce. Yeah, lettuce. Not a leaf, it's a lettuce. It's a lettuce, not like a lettuce like a whole lettuce. It's a singular lettuce. It's like right here. Right here's the safe spot. I was actually right. Right here? Okay. A little bit more to the right. Okay, so I'm actually trying to route this now. Considering I've been stuck in this one part for I think like 20 minutes now, I think I should probably actually like figure it out and understand. Beginning to believe. So right here. Right here again. Didn't work that time for some reason. I think I was too far to the left. It's between that flower and the leaf down there at the bottom. Somewhere like right there. And then I think I have to move just a little bit to the right over there. And then just like chill right here. And then chill right here again, I think. Yeah, and then like right here. So I think I see a spot for that. I think I see a spot for it. It's definitely not the spot for that though. Okay, now we hide in our little spot right here, perfect, and then just like right here again. Didn't work that time. Why? It's kind of a small spot too, so I guess no surprise. No surprise it didn't work, I guess. Kind of a tight fit. Then right here again, yep, and then like right here, right here, right here, right here. Why did it not? Why did I get hit by like a laser like exactly on that spot? I swear that was perfect. Okay, in the middle of the big flower. The middle of the big flower right there at the bottom right should be perfect. Like guardian deity is a freaking flower. Protecting me, my savior. Protect me. Protect me, flower. I believe in you. Right here. Oh, it's beautiful! It worked! Oh, it worked! Oh, and I lost so many points doing it! But it worked! We got past it. Okay, well, what the hell is this? What are we doing with now? Oh, my favorite. Mate, they just love these now. Man, Zune loves these. He loves these bullet patterns where they're not directly at you anymore, but they're kind of like around you. Oh, they're so painful. Could be Petco even. Oh, I'm alive. I'm dead. We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. No, we ain't gonna make it. We're not gonna make it anymore. Oh, oh, oh. No, there's more? No, 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 don't let there be more. That was like by pure luck, honestly. Dodging all those bullets. It's kind of just like bobbing left and right, praying to God that it just like swerved past through them. What the f? How? Mate, I am just straight up like Jesus behind the wheel. This I feel like I can actually do, like without... Oh, 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 what the hell is that? What the f... You cheeky little shit. God damn it. A bug just like jumped right on my neck and I just was like feeling it the entire time. God damn it. Where did it even come from? My window's closed. God damn it. I don't know where the hell they came from. I don't know where they all came from, where they showed up. How did they appear, but there's like a swarm of these bugs that happens every summer. They just appear out of nowhere and they just swarm the entire like town. It's insane. They're just everywhere. So what? Oh my god, it's like, it's so weird. It's so weird that you can just say, you really just do the fucking adjustment and just like
Oh, there is more.
I want to bomb this so badly.
Oh my god, I want to bomb. I feel like I'm gonna wreck.
It's so weird that you really can just say screw it and just go just hard right or hard left. And it just somehow works. Like, it really just feels like a Jesus behind the wheel moment. Well, what would the Jesus Tenchi behind the wheel? How many people actually did that? Not gonna lie, out of all of the dumb challenges that I've seen before in like on social media and stuff, I think that was probably the stupidest one. Easily one of the stupidest ones. The Jesus behind the wheel thing, where like people would just like let go of the wheel in traffic. And say it's all in God's hands now. So just look up, like just a little look at Raisin's immediately sus. Raisin does not even have a stealth chance, just immediately go, what's that? Whatever, just kill it. What, with Raisin? Oh, you don't think they didn't see her coming a mile away? Okay, the Jesus behind the wheel maneuver is not working anymore and I'm kind of upset. It's not working anymore. Why is it not working? Why isn't it working? It's just not. Why not? Oh. Tenchi, I'm praying to you. Now, don't fail me, please. Tenchi, come on. Tenchi. What would Tenchi do? She's a moon rabbit at first. I wouldn't think they would have immediately tell the difference without a closer look. I don't know, they probably just sense the impurity of her. They sense how impure she is. You gotta remember, all of these rabbits are like Danny DeVito in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Just writhing on the ground, fully covered in Vaseline, and he's just like, I just want to be pure.
Yes, it worked.
And she spoke to me and she said, just hold left and right forehead, and then she stopped hearing me, apparently. Gotta love these snazzy butt trumpets though. Loving it. How did I get so lucky like the first half of this? Oh, I did. Is this what everybody, is this what all the cool kids do though? They kind of just like, Jesus take the wheel. What is the true strategy of this part? I was like, I think I see it. It feels like one side, like this side right here, the right side that comes in is supposed to aim at you direct. They aim at you like more directly, and then the left side just doesn't even aim at you. Like, look at this. Just kidding. Fuck, goddamn. I thought I'd learned it. I thought I figured out the strat, and then the left side just proved me wrong. Look at this. See, you just kind of hold still against them. And then the right side shows up, and they actually want to kill you, and they actually aim for you. Left side's all about suppressive fire, and then the right side shows up, and they just like actually want to kill you. Yeah, I love this. I love this like 3-second loop. Yeah. Ow. I didn't have any faith. I actually let go to the left key there. If I just kept holding left, I actually would have survived, I think, so. It's a lesson. It's a lesson. Just gotta have faith. I'm slowly seeing it. I'm hoping that I see it enough to the point where I don't just lose all of my power. And then I'm just like at a power deficit. No. The hardest Toho game in the franchise. Because the drunken man himself said, wouldn't it be funny if we gave everybody a checkpoint in chapters and stuff? And then everybody else said, no, that's not the real Toho way. And then he said, screw it, make it as hard as possible. That's exactly how it went, word for word. What do you think Zune said to Aniki from Gachi?
Oh my god, please. Oh my god.
What happens if I actually just hang out right here? Hang out all the way up here, and then I'll start right from up here. I lose out on a lot of power, that's what happens. You know, actually even better, what happens if I start like right here? Apparently it doesn't work. What happens if I start like right over here to kill quite a few of them over there and then start going like that way? Yeah, does that work? Does that do anything for you? Oh, it's actually kind of working. No, it's not. I need to figure something out with this. This is madness. The bombing impulses. What the fuck? I lived.
No, stop coming out.
I think that was it. I think that was the last bit too. I think that was the last part. We could have had it. We were this close to greatness. Who would win? An army of massage balls or one udange? But so far the massage balls are winning. Judging by how often we're hearing this one loop of the butt trumpets, I think the massage balls are winning right now. It's very unfortunate. How the hell did I do that last time? Where I just went just balls to the walls, to the right, and then immediately to the left. Just like that. How do I do that consistently? Slide to the right. Slide. Nope. Apparently they don't want me to slide to the left. Slide to the right. Oh my god. That was probably the worst bullet death in this entire sequence. That bullet was not even coming after me. It was so damn slow. I ran right into it. I think I'm at the lowest I can lose points at now. Now I just gotta pray that I can somehow recover 50 power and then some. This feels like it shouldn't be that hard. I'm saying that to a lot of this stuff. It shouldn't be that hard, forehead. It should be easy. And yet here I am, retrying over 50 times now. Can't wait to see the retries in this chapter on this part. You know, I really liked the part where I could get as far as I possibly could. Uncover the spell cards for the bosses. And then practice them in spell practice off stream. So then when I actually do an actual run, it's so much smoother. Can't even beat the first part anymore. Get a drink. Oh god. The taste is getting weirder and weirder to me. It's like G Fuel and Dr. Bepis. Starting to contemplate whether or not if I should just say screw it and just play this off stream, get all the way to Junko, and then stream it. Just stream the fight with Junko and Lunatic. How long are runs in LoLK? Are they like 30 minutes long? Maybe I should actually just do... Maybe I should just do one legacy run at the end of the stream. Just to see how it goes. Around 30 minutes, yeah? Figured. Let's go. As much as I am glad that I survived that first part of this chapter, like, kind of need to kill these balls so I can get the power, and then I need to grab the power. Like that. There we go. Beautiful. This part's easy. This part's easy. This part is also easy. Part's also easy. Part's also easy. So these little shits show up. No! The legacy run does not delete the checkpoint run. Yeah, I figured it wouldn't. That'd be kind of silly. They're two completely different types of game modes. It'd be so silly. Tomfoolery even. If he coded it in that regard, in that way, it'd be so weird. But yeah, I don't think people want to see me constantly dying over and over again doing viewpoint mode. So I figured it's either maybe I should just do legacy version or just like get all the way to the Junko fight. I need it. God damn it. What is the collect line at? I think I'm starting to see it. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is it where I'm finally starting to see the pattern. Ugh. I swear I was seeing it. Oh. Oh. Wouldn't it be nice to 1cc LoLK? I was actually trying to see it. Do I see a pattern actually? Do I see a bullet pattern? No? No, I don't think I do actually. It was just lies. Japes even. I thought I saw a pattern in the ones on the right. I think they shoot like 3 bullets. Like each of them I think shoots 3 bullets? I don't know. I swear it looked like it. Well, they shoot like 3 bullets in a line, and they target you. I don't think that's it, actually. Never mind. I'm trying to find reason in these bullet patterns. Don't think I could find any, though. My god. I mean, I guess I did say that at least by the end of the stream we'll reach the boss. I mean, I was saying that we would reach Clown Piece, but I thought Clown Piece was gonna be the next boss. Apparently Clown Piece is not the next boss. Apparently the next boss is going to be some rabbit with the ability to defy physics, or believe with like the power of her words or something. Defy reality with the power of her words. I think that's what it was. No. Do they fire anyways if I don't shoot? Yeah. Yeah, they still do. I was thinking maybe this is in the off chance that these are maybe ones that like are even harder if you shoot them. Frankly, I don't think it would matter though, because I still have to shoot them and collect the power. Just a quick question. Just a quick thought process that I had. Why the heck? Why are Raisin's bullets so freaking huge? And why does she actually shoot bullets? Why does she shoot actual bullets though? Everybody else is shooting like, at worst, Marissa had like missiles, I think. At worst. She shot Christmas trees. Pretty sure that was Marissa. Pretty sure Marissa was the one that shot Christmas trees. Yeah. Yeah, it was. And then why is it that Raisin's actually shooting like bullets? Like a 9mm. Is the second Raisin, like the alternative Raisin, like, is that canon? Or is that just fan thing? The blue Raisin, the blue haired one. I think she's blue haired, right? She blue haired? Me with the hammer? I don't know the details. I think it's supposed to be like a Raisin that was supposed to be in like the Lunar American War. Is that what it's called? The war against America because of the moon landing. That war. I think that's supposed to be that Raisin, right? I swear there was a Raisin that's like that. I think we saw her in Toho Tells of Beautiful Memories. I'm pretty sure she was in that. Is the Lunar American War just like, is that fan thing or is that actually legit? Or like the, oh my god. My brain. You really mean there's a second one? Yeah, like you see her in like other games. Like she's in the Tohomon game, for example, and such. Like, I'm not sure if she's canon or not though, that's the problem. It's really hard to distinguish canon and fanon with the Toho franchise. Unless you really get into it, like you basically play through all like the mainline games, you could probably easily like tell what is fake and what's real, what's fanon and what's canon. I swear to God, if I do not pass this part by 3:30, I think I'll just cut it. It feels like this is giving me as much struggle as Dorami's first bullet, like Jesus. It's always the ones that are random. Always the randomized bullet patterns. Live! 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 It'd be really cool to see this music like continue. It'd be really cool to hear it continue. Instead of hearing this 1, 4, 5 second loop. It'd also be really cool to see these balls die and not live until they reach the bottom of the screen. Oh crap.
Oh my god, I was nailing it. Oh, I was doing so good. I was seeing it. I saw the future.
I can see them. I can see the enemy. Holy crap. Baby. Trying to actually look at this in a clear light instead of going for the jank that I've been going for recently. Trying to find the one spots where I can go straight through the bullets. Like this, like that, like this, like that, like this. Oh my god, I nailed it. Gotta survive this other bit right here. Gotta survive this, and then no. Ugh. And there's just one last bit right after that too. One more. Just one last bit afterwards. This ain't no music. Ain't no disco. Little shakes. What is up with that? Like, what is up with when you get worse? You get worse as you play more. Like the longer you play something, you don't get better, you just get worse. What is that? Would that just be called fatigue? Is that what it'd be? Because I'm trying to like, we were nailing it on the first half of doing this. We were getting to like the final balls, the final massage balls, and now it's just suddenly I can't take it anymore. What changed? I feel like sometimes that happens when you think that you know what you're doing, and then suddenly they're just like, no, it's actually a lie, and you're just not doing it correctly at all. But you're trying to stick with that thing, that idea that you know what you're doing, and then no, you don't actually know what you're doing, so you're screwing it up. I feel like that could be also another issue. It's like, oh yeah, I think I can. But this pattern that I'm trying to do, it's just, no, that's not. That is not correct. That is not how you can. Do you get the spit that I'm flapping? Wow, this is just asking for a bomb. Holy crap. I'm trying to figure out if the book's embodiment of the Scarlet Devil's bullets went this fast. I don't think they went this fast. Pretty sure they didn't. I'm trying to figure out, is that why this part's so difficult? Is that not only is it like random, but it's also the fact that the bullets are like kind of fast sometimes? Could that be the case? Just run, just run, just run. Oh my god. Oh, 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 Stan. Nailed it. No, 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 no. Really? So many points gone. No. How much more is there to the stage, actually? I feel like there's like probably one more chapter after this one. Wait, this is like the second checkpoint, isn't it? Like there's the start, and then there's this checkpoint. Is that how far I am? I'm pretty sure that's actually it. Not good. I think there's only like 3 or 4 parts in each stage, and then the boss. So we're not even at the halfway mark for this stage, like Jesus. Jesus. I actually forgot that I started this stream late because I was supposed to do PvP Library of Ruina. But unfortunately we couldn't. I completely forgot that I started the stream at 6 PM. That unfortunately means I think the tomorrow's stream is also going to start at 6 PM as well. I got 8 minutes left of attempts to get past this goddamn checkpoint. I feel like at this point I should have watched a video of how the hell they managed to do this. I feel like I'm kind of close to how they do this part. Because like this honestly makes the most sense, I think. Just go to the bullets target somewhat. So if they're gonna target, then it's just like just go from one side of the screen to the other. They're targeting. Just like that. Oh my god. Focus. That was pretty consistent. Oh, that was so stupid. Being at 2 power is not helping at all. It really isn't, unfortunately. Some of these cheeky little orbs just get away. That's when they cause real hell. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, how do I stop that from happening? It's like they go in the direction that I'm running away from, and then they get all close, and then they shoot bullets straight at my face. I don't exactly know how to stop that from happening again. Okay, so this should work. In fact, it worked. Worked somewhat. I think we're getting somewhere though. I think we're figuring something out here, however. Figuring something out. Almost figuring something out. Mm-hmm. I'm getting so close to figuring this part out. Feel like I could do it. I think I can. A little train that could. I think I can. I think I can. I know, a little train that could even chugga 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 chugga. A little train that could. Cheeky bastard got away. Why did he get away? At this point, sometimes I just feel like I'm praying to RNG that I kill every single enemy. Because I feel like I have no agency of whether or not they died to my bullets or not. It's in God's hands now. Just like that, just like that, just like that, just like that. No, the bullet, no, the power, the power. The power, no. Okay, and then we just go like this, right? No, we were so close, we killed them all too! That last bit, how do you do that? Junko. I will get to you, so help me God. So help me Tenchi, I will get to you, Junko. Just you watch. I don't know how long it'll take, but I will get to you. And then we gotta deal with extra mode afterwards, and oh boy. Extra mode seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I have zero expectations. I have no idea what to expect from extra mode from LoLK of all the Toho games. No, I feel like... But I don't think it's gonna be hard. Is there a point device? There's no point device for extra mode in this, right? Or for... Yeah, for extra mode, there's no point device mode, is there? Because if there is, then I can expect it to be really freaking hard. But if there isn't, then I feel like I could probably expect it to be easier than Lunatic. Maybe, hopefully. I'm gonna get back to making some stuff from the Final Fantasy XIV cookbook I have. The only problem is that a lot of that stuff's really expensive to make. No, are you serious? I got 30 seconds left. I got like 2 more tries. I got like 1 more try after this one. I got 1 more try. Can't believe I spent how long on a single checkpoint? It's not even a boss fight? Okay, 1 more try. I don't think I can fit 1 more try after this one though. Just true struggle. Pain. Damn it. Okay, well. God damn it. Oh well. We didn't even get to the boss. That sucks. But we managed to beat Dorami this stream, so at least I have that going for me. I think that'll be it, and I think the plan might be, honestly, I'll probably just get all the way to Junko, and then I'll get all the way to Junko for the next stream. And we'll probably continue from there, because watching one single part of a run for like an hour is just painful. Honestly, I think Legacy version is probably better. Maybe I might do a few runs off stream on Legacy mode. See how far I can get. If I can get all the way to this part where I'm at exactly, I think I might just do Legacy mode from now on instead of viewpoint mode. But for now, let's go ahead and find somebody to debug. Leon. Leon's doing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It's gonna bug him. Thank you much for the stream, Zay. It's been really fun. It's been really fun to watch the pain and suffering. The true struggles. And let's go ahead and get the bean raid going though. What the hell is this? And if you are not a Giga Nugget, do not worry, we have you covered with the Leaf Raid right here. Bam. There you go. That'll be for now though, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope I'll see you guys next stream. Tomorrow is going to be the Library of Runa PvP. Later, guys.
The game's over.